Today I'm going to be talking about how you're not too sensitive and you're not too much. I think people that were told that when they're younger, or even now maybe when they're older, that it's not true ever, and you're just surrounded by people who don't understand emotions or feelings at all. And that is designed to adjust and distance yourself from those people because you don't want your environment to be invalidating when it comes to feelings and emotions, especially if you are a type of person who feels deeply and cares so deeply. You don't need to surround yourself with people that don't even understand emotions or don't understand feelings whatsoever. I think that environment for a person that feels very deeply is very unhealthy, and it's just unhealthy for that person because nobody is ever too sensitive, nobody is ever too much. You are the way you are for a reason, and the way you are is a beautiful thing, and there's no negative thing for feeling too much or being too sensitive. I hate how that kind of got twisted and made it so negative, and I don't think having emotional intelligence is a negative thing. Sorry, had to be said. Because people just feel that because you're too emotional, too sensitive, too much, or too whatever, that they think they're better than you. And it's kind of crazy because I don't want to be around people who just invalidate my feelings or don't understand feelings. Why would I do that to myself? And people who say that, I just feel so sad for because that means either they weren't shown emotions, and it kind of breaks my heart because expressing emotions and showing emotions to people is such a beautiful connective thing that I think people tend to forget about it because they want to be so negative and make fun of you for feeling a certain way when it makes zero sense because I'm human and I'm allowed to feel these things. So it doesn't really make sense either because those are the same type of people that want to be understood. So it's very contradictory where the people that are making fun of people who are too sensitive or too much are the same people who want to be understood. But you just made fun of somebody because you didn't understand them? So it's very contradicting, and I don't understand why or where the idea came from that being sensitive or being emotional or being too much is negative. I don't understand where it came from. I don't understand it at all because I think it's so beautiful to have people that care so much, and I think the world really needs it. And I think us trying to devalue them because people care too much or try to invalidate them or shrink them because they feel too much or they're too sensitive, it makes no sense to me, and it's very ugly. That's why I don't really surround myself with those types of people because all of my life I was in an environment that was like that. It was very just, oh, you're too much or you're too sensitive. You need to grow up. Like, girl, I'm literally 8 years old. What do you mean, grow up? I'm just having normal 8-year-old feelings? So I really don't understand where that came from, and it makes me so, so sad because I don't want anyone that is in that environment to feel invalidated or shrink themselves and bottle up their feelings because it's so, so unhealthy for people to just bottle up their emotions. That's all I did growing up, and it just wasn't healthy, and it really messed me up. So I don't want anybody to feel that way, and I just wish we could kind of choose our environment growing up, because if we got to choose, I feel that the world would be really better, or just people would have, I just wish people would have changed to become better so there would be a better environment. But as you grow up and as you understand that those people didn't have emotional intelligence or didn't understand emotions and that there's nothing wrong with you, you can now create an environment that understands feelings, that is never gonna invalidate someone's feelings or invalidate someone's thoughts or opinion. And that really goes a long way. And I just wish a lot more people would understand that. And just remember that if you were told those things when you're younger, that now it was never true. And you now can evolve and become and unlearn what you were told and try to learn how to do better for future and people around you and the new environment you can create. But if nobody told you this, I want you to know that you were never too much, you were never too sensitive, you were the way you were for a reason, which is beautiful. And you being so expressive is part of who you are. And don't ever diminish that because of what people around you want to say. Okay? Just remember that you matter more and that you are beautiful just the way you are.